Welcome to another installment of the Yakima Symphony Orchestra's Stories from Home, a series of interviews available at ysomusic.org. My name is Lawrence Golan, and I am the Helen N. Jewett Music Director of the Yakima Symphony Orchestra. I'm coming to you today from my home in Denver, Colorado, and I'm speaking with Josh Gianola, our principal percussionist, who's coming to us from his home in Yakima, Washington. Good afternoon, Josh. How are you doing?
Afternoon, Lawrence. How are you?
Good, hanging in there. Let's get started by having you just tell us how long you've been playing with the Yakima Symphony Orchestra.
I have been a member of the Yakima Symphony Orchestra since 2013, 7 years. And then the first time I played with the Yakima Symphony Orchestra was about a year prior to that. I was called last second to play timpani on Tchaikovsky's Fifth Symphony, which for those of you who are not as familiar with that symphony, it's a big deal, and it was a scary call to get at 22 years old, just fresh out of college. I'd never played with a professional orchestra before. So I've been playing with the Yakima Symphony Orchestra since 2012. Yeah.
I remember that concert well, and you did very well on the timpani. Yeah, and we'll be doing that piece again for the first time since then on our opening concert next season.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah, so am I. One of the greatest pieces ever written. Um, So up to this point, you've been playing since 2012. Is there one concert that is the most memorable for you, or was other than that Tchaikovsky concert?
That Tchaikovsky's concert was certainly memorable. Just that moment before the very first rehearsal, the level of pressure you put on yourself is pretty enormous. But another great memory that I have is the first time that I played drum set with the chorus behind us, or I guess behind me in front of you. Playing drum set pretty much center of the stage, and then there's an orchestra string section behind me, the horns are next to me, and then the chorus behind me is just like completely overwhelming the first time you do that, and then to be the person in charge of time, at least orally, watching you for the time and then distributing that. Oh, that was a very cool moment for me, and then kind of started my whole love affair of like drum set with an orchestra is my favorite thing to do forever.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's always, and from a conductor's perspective, it's always so important to make sure that you have a great drum set player when you're doing pops concerts, um, because a conductor can wave his hands all he wants, but what they hear is the drum set.
Mhm.
So it's so important for you and I, to be on the same page rhythmically, and I think we always are. So it's working out great.
Yeah,
But it doesn't always work out that way.
I've
Um,
been in
yeah,
those situations too.
right, right. And looking ahead to next year, is there a certain concert or piece that you're most looking forward to?
I looked through the season before this conversation to prepare a little bit and have an idea. I saw that we're playing Mahler 5. We're doing these Mendelssohn concerto
Symphony Number Two, the Lobgesang. Yeah.
symphonies. Um, but to be honest, the one that I'm really looking forward to the most is the second Pops. I think it's in November, the Hooray for Hollywood, just movie music, tons of drum set. And as a percussionist, it's when I get to be the most busy, and we have huge setups back there and crazy like directions we have to run. So they're really thoroughly engaging concerts for us. So I guess that's where I'm going to hang my hat. I'm really excited for the John Williams Hooray for Hollywood concert in November.
Yeah. So not Mahler 5, but Hollywood. Okay. Well, that's good to know. It's fun. Anyway, so other than the fact that you're looking forward to the Hooray for Hollywood, concert. Is there some surprising fact about you or interest that you might have that you'd like to share with everyone?
Surprising facts. I feel something that may come as a surprise to a number of people who only see me in the symphony setting is that the majority of my work, well, maybe not the majority, but a lot of my work is actually conducting, whether with Yakima Music and Action, Yama, and I've started an orchestra at the Yakima Valley College within the last year. It's half a student orchestra, half a community orchestra. So that's something that I'm really excited about lately, is getting that off the ground and kind of starting a space for people who maybe are after school, even after college or just after high school, but aren't quite ready to like step into a professional orchestra playing setting. So I'm putting a ton of energy into like making it a really safe place, a really fun place. So building that is the thing that a lot of people probably don't know about me, that is taking up a good amount of my psyche at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it almost sounds like history is repeating itself. You probably know this, but you know, our founding music director, Brooke Creswell, came to Yakima 50 years ago, more or less 50 years ago, and came to create an orchestra program at Yakima Valley Community College, and he taught there. He said he was going to come for 1 or 2 years, and then he wound up staying the rest of his life. Uh, and but he built that program, and then of course, you know, created and built the Yakima Symphony Orchestra as well. So you're walking in some great footsteps there.
I would never be quite so presumptuous to be like, watch out, Yakima Symphony Orchestra, we're coming for you with the Yakima Valley College. But we're definitely we're building. We started with only a few members, and this whole pandemic thing that we're going through right now kind of cramped our style a little bit. But in the fall,
don't worry, you're not the only one.
Yeah, I guess this happened to me, Lauren.
Right.
But yeah, so we're building something up that I'm excited about, and I want to get the word out. Tell your friends, everybody. There's a community orchestra in town now. But yeah, I guess that's
all right. Well, thanks for sharing that. Well, you mentioned the pandemic and how really nobody is playing right now. I know our audiences miss hearing you play very much. Would you mind playing something for us?
Sure. If you'd like to go on a little adventure with me, let's all fly through Josh Gianola's studio in the Zoom, and I will. This is the D minor Courant violin, the violin sonata. Maybe it's the partita. I'm just gonna play just a few measures of it for you all. But it's something that I've been really excited about. That with all this extra time, there's time to dig into things that I don't always have the opportunity to. So solo works like this, not written for percussion. As a percussionist, most of the work that we do is with, or not most of the work, but a lot of the work that we do is going to be violin and cello work, so we can play stuff by the greats. So here's this for a moment or so. That's about as far as I'll go.
Well,
something that
Josh Gianola, principal percussionist of the Yakima Symphony Orchestra. Thank you so much for playing, and thank you so much for joining me today.
is my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Of course.